Thank you for joining me live today. Today, I am pleased to announce that we are launching Balanced Growth book. Now, on the Balanced Growth show here live, I like to give you insights, ideas, and helpful hints, kind of a monologue of, the behind the scenes a lot of the time. So today I'm going to talk to you about why I'm so excited because today is the day. This is the pre-launch for the book Balanced Growth. Now, the book and its ideas inception I'll explain in just a second, but it kind of goes back to 2020 when I was trying to get this message about balance to the world. Now, I know a lot of people, there's a lot of influencers, there are a lot of people out there doing fantastic work with goal setting, time management, coaching in all areas of life. But I really had a message about how to be more balanced and productive and use our time wisely to help our relationships, our health, and really every aspect of our life, including our business. So I took to the airwaves on my birthday, March 24th, 2020, and I announced the world that I was going to write this book, Achieving Balance. And in July, we were able to get it to number one on Amazon because of you, because of your support here on LinkedIn, on Facebook, my email followers, and every one of my friends, family, clients, everybody helped get this book out there. Now, what this does on Amazon, because Amazon is actually a social network, as soon as you hit Amazon with a book, depending on the category you put it in, because you have to put just up to 3 categories, it will actually log the sales and raise your book in rankings so that the organic reach that you bring it will start to show this to more people. And thus, the book itself becomes more of a viewable, seeable item. Yes, you can use ads. Yes, you can, advertise this till the day is long, and that's fine. But everything that I've done with Achieving Balance, with reaching our clients, being on stages, spreading the message of this to the world has been 100% organic. Zero paid Facebook ads, Google ads, anything out there, even Amazon promotion along the route of being able to reach our ideal clients. Our ideal clients are business owners, those who truly struggle with balance, who need it because they're 5 times more likely to become workaholic. Now, along this path, as I wrote Achieving Balance, I had to end somewhere. I had to stop with the content that I have. I have a master's in psychology, a PhD in family and human development. So it is a joint PhD, a dual PhD that I did at Utah State. And along the way, I've learned a ton about families, about stress and health and developing across the lifespan. I could literally teach course after course after course, which I have at Utah State, Utah Valley, Texas State University in academia. And I did a lot of work there. That's fine. But how do you compact this into a book that's meaningful and relevant? Well, we did over 250 interviews for this book, for Achieving Balance. And, myself, and a couple of team members were able to do these interviews to find out what is balance. What are business owners, financial advisors, especially struggling with when it comes to balance? And I was able to really figure out, well, here's the content that I have. Here's what I've learned about in the academic realm. And here, on this other hand, is what people are telling me in the real world they are struggling with. And while I had an idea of what this book would look like, it really was morphed and changed because of this involvement. And I know through this process that I was able to reach organically the individuals who need it. And I've been able to provide the book basically for free. It's still achievingbalancebook.com. You can pay the shipping and get the book essentially for free. You can go on Amazon and use that platform, which is fine. But you can jump to our website and we can send it to you. So today, as I'm launching this book, Balanced Growth, and we're trying to do the same thing. We're trying to make this message sound organically in the ears of those who need it. This book is really for business owners, professionals, entrepreneurs who are client facing. They're struggling to keep the balance that they've had either gained through achieving balance or on their own, because I found that so many are telling me, well, Travis, I've got great balance, but I'm trying to grow and scale this business without really losing that balance. How do I do that? In fact, a friend of mine, Stephen Gwinnett, came to me and noticed all of the, splash that we were having in the financial planning industry, because that's who I honed in on with for book number one. And she also served that industry and asked me, Travis, what are you doing? Can you help me? And I said, no, that's not what I do. I don't do marketing. I don't do, business strategy. And she said, well, why not? I'm like, because I focus on helping financial advisors. This is my niche. This is who I help. This is how I do this. And she's like, that's fair. I appreciate that. But have you ever thought that maybe your clients are struggling with keeping their balance while they're growing and scaling their business? And, that thought really didn't ever cross my mind. It should have, but it just kind of hit me across the face like, duh, like they are struggling this. Why aren't you helping them with that too? So I interviewed them and I started to see a pattern that there were really those who were afraid to basically scale because they didn't want to lose their balance. They thought, well, I can only get so many clients and then I'm done. And I don't want to go any further. There were those who, and I'm looking at my whiteboard, there were those who are scaled to, are afraid to have balance because they thought that would keep them from scaling. So you've got these two patterns. Then you have those who are not afraid to delegate and they build a big team and so they can delegate out. And there are those who do not want to delegate at all and want to do everything themselves and they can't scale. So we found these four, and there's some combination of these four personalities. But how did we find that? Well, myself and my team, mainly my team, interviewed over 500 other business owners for this book, Balanced Growth. And we found some incredible patterns here that we will, obviously have in the book, Balanced Growth. And if you haven't got it, again, today is the day to get it. You should, let me just share with you my screen here. You should go to this website. It's balancedgrowthbook.com. Go to balancedgrowthbook.com. Now, here you're going to see a quick intro, what the book is about. You're also going to, know for today only, you get the book for 99 cents. Guys, this is essentially free. I even had someone say, yeah, you advertise this as free, but it's 99 cents. Come on. I'm like, hey, I'll Venmo you $1 if that's really a problem. But the reality is this is as free as Amazon will allow us to put it on their paid list so that we can rank it number one in their categories. I'm only doing this for today. And then on Monday, our team is raising the price, or excuse me, on Friday, tomorrow, we're raising the price of the book. So what you'll need to do here is click here to order the book and then click here to claim your bonus. So this is the link that will take you there, but you also want to grab the bonus. The bonus is a 10-minute training that's basically teaching you the best of what's in the Balanced Growth book. It's the Balanced Growth method. It's what I did to essentially earn $1 million of revenue through this organic process. Again, zero paid ads, all 100% organic process to be able to take this first book, Achieving Balance, not only to number one, but create a podcast, get on stages all over the world, virtually and in person, even during the pandemic. Fantastic. And we were able to continue and grow this business. So if you're struggling, trying to figure out, hey, I'm a client-based business, I'm not sure what to do, this book is for you, and it's absolutely going to change your world. Now, will you get anything? This is a pre-order date, which means I have nothing written yet. You're going to pre-order this. As soon as it's done, you're going to be the first ones that get this book. It'll go directly to you. All right. So definitely get that at balancedgrowthbook.com. And I really enjoy this process because it allows me to involve you. In fact, clients I'm currently working with now will likely be case studies throughout the book. And you found that in Achieving Balance. You've seen the case studies throughout. I can turn to any chapter. Chapter 9, starts with those in boot camp with me. Those who in chapter 8, Anne was a successful financial advisor. A lot of people start off their chapters with a quote, but I'm able to use real life individuals who I've helped through this process know that it's not just working for me, it's working for them. And I'm doing the same with balanced growth. Now, if you're worried about like what is balanced growth going to do for me, I want you to attend the webinar today in an hour, actually 45 minutes from now, that I'm going to spend 90 minutes and I'm going to explain the entire process of how I took this from step one to where we're at today. Now, back to this story of, I had to stop somewhere with this book. I had to finish it up. And, I stopped with, um, getting to the point of accountability on your personal calendar and helping, your spouse with theirs. But that's where I'm going to pick up, because in order to keep your balance while you're trying to grow your business, you need your spousal and family support. That is bar none the most important principle that I've learned through growing a business and trying to keep that balance. Now, again, you can be like that first type who's afraid to scale because they don't want to lose their balance, or they throw their balance out the window to try and scale. But if you could have it both ways, if you could have your balance and you could scale, eh, just organically, like the way that we've done it with our client facing business, then why not? So come join us. If you go to maketimeinstitute.com/webinar, there are still some spots available. We have 250 ish that are signed up for that today. So I'm so excited to be there, but I'm going to explain all the details. So it's my way of saying thank you for, with this pre-launch, joining us. Now, if you go to balancedgrowthbook.com, you can get a 10-minute synopsis of that, which is, it's going to be helpful. But getting online with me, I'm going to answer your questions. I'm going to walk you through all the details and show you what this is all about. But it begins with couple support and spousal support. So that's why today I'm announcing I'm pre-launching this book, because this is the day that my wife and I met 21 years ago. It's our meet-iversary. And we are celebrating by getting out of town and spending some time alone together, which I highly recommend for any relationship. Again, one of the most important thing for a relationship, time together. Okay, if I could boil it down to one principle. And that's why I focus on balance. This is why I've made this my life's career path, and my mission business wise is to help couples and families have more time together. That's why we're the Make Time Institute. But I know that just achieving a sense of balance isn't enough. Balanced growth is what is needed, right? You need to know how to then scale and grow the business so that you can keep that balance without, pulling your hair out. With Stephen, this actually worked. After 6 months of working together, we tripled her business, tripled. And she said, I actually was really balanced when I started this, but she was able to cut 10 hours of her work week out. What would you do with 10 extra hours? Where would you spend it? How would you spend it? Who would you spend it with? Think about that question, because that is exactly what achieving balance is all about. But balanced growth will allow you to take it to the next level. Thank you for joining me today. I will put in the comments here the link to balancedgrowthbook.com. Grab it today, 99 cents, basically free. Jump on Amazon and get that today. It is available for that price all day long. But go to balancedgrowthbook.com where you can grab the bonus and learn more about this whole process. Again, I thank you in advance for helping us to get to number one on Amazon. It's important that we're able to hit that milestone so that we can get the organic reach that's needed to help grow this movement. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And thank you for joining me today here at the Balanced Growth Show. I'm signing off, Dr. Travis Perry. Remember,